Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you had a better week than I had. Uh, I wasn't gonna do this video. I said I didn't want to do another sad video, and a couple people asked me to do it. They wanted to hear about Sadie, and they said it would help them because they're going through it, and they said it would help me to get it out. Because my family's really good, but we don't deal with death too well. Um, we tend to bottle it up, and that's not healthy. I know it's not healthy, but that's just the way we are. At the same time, we realize that we all cry and we all gotta mourn. And this has been the hardest week of my life. I got this just in case I cry. I'm gonna try not to, but probably am. This video might be long. Probably will. I'm gonna talk about her, what happened. Try to throw in a couple funny stories and just talk about her. And for those of you who are like, oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river, cry baby, you can take off now. I don't know. Some years, I've had people I consider friends that I'm not friends with anymore. And I kicked off of all the social medias I had them on and my life in general, who have said over the last few days, it's just a dog, get over it. Dicks. Actually debating whether to go punch one of them in the face, but that won't solve anything. Violence never does. But I want to. Ooh, man, do I want to. So anyway, if you don't like this kind of video, I understand. You don't have to watch. Just don't be a dick. I mean, you can leave. You don't have to watch on. And I really, quite honestly, right now, I don't care. I'm gonna do the video. Quite honestly, too, I've been sitting here for about 20 minutes looking at this camera, thinking, what am I gonna say? I'm just gonna let it out. So first off, what happened? Some of you have asked what happened. She was old, guys. She was really old. She was 15 and a half on the 20th, or sorry, the 9th. She would have been 15 and a half. The 9th of this month. That might be today. I don't even know what day it is, what the date is. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, this is the 9th. So she would have been, so we'll say she lived to be 15 and a half. Cancer in time. Cancer in times was got her. You know, that's what got her. Ain't none of us beat that clock, man. And the big C can be a son of a bitch. It really can. It is hard. It's really hard. That dog was more than a dog, more than a best friend, more than a child to me. I can't explain what she meant to me. We went through ups and downs, you know, love and loss. She had a couple different mamas. She had 3 different mamas, including her actual dog mama. But to me, she was everything, you know. She never judged me. She never cared when we were broke. She actually liked the peanut butter and bologna sandwiches and the cheap craft dinner when we were broke. She loved them better than her dog food, to tell you the truth. She didn't care where we lived as long as she had a bed. food to eat, quite honestly, and it was warm and dry. She didn't care, and I lived in some dives. She was just a great companion, and I thought I was going to lose her. For those of you who I posted a couple of years ago that the first time she had the thing in her nose and it was cancer. I thought I was going to lose her then. And we did the operation and medications and whatnot. And she survived. We were all pretty surprised she survived because at that time she was 13 and the vet said she was old. So anyway, I did that and I got 2 more years out of her. 2 great years, wonderful years. The problem was, after that, she was never the same. She was in more pain every day. I don't know if it was the cancer. I mean, towards the end of it was, but I mean, before that, I don't know if it's cancer. Just, she fought so hard with that first round of cancer that I think it beat her body down. She was 13, which is like the equivalent of like 87 years old. I mean, she didn't give up. She didn't give up because I know she didn't want me to be alone. As stupid as that sounds. She loved me, I think, more than I loved her. That's saying something. This video might be long, guys. And it will be sad. So anyway, she was not the same dog. She was having a hard time every day. It's a little bit harder, just a tiny bit harder every day to get up. And I don't know if I told you, but the last 6-7 months I've been carrying her up and down stairs because she couldn't do stairs anymore. They were just too much on her old bones. Her old bones and her own muscles. They were just too much for her. But I don't care. I'd have carried her for the next 10 years. That wouldn't have bothered me any. But she never gave up either. I mean, like I said, she didn't. I had to put her down, and that's the hardest decision. I feel like I betrayed her sometimes. Like we got in that car and we went to the vet. And I know she was thinking, oh, Daddy, I hate the vet. Every time I go to the vet, they cut something off, or I'm there for 2 or 3 days and without you, and I'm sick. But I at least get to go home. So we'll go to the vet, Daddy. We'll go to the vet and get whatever gets done, and then I'll go home. She thought she was coming home. And I tried to trick myself into thinking, no, man, well, maybe we can do the same thing, right? You know, and she'll be... No. She had one of the cancer growths, like, if this was her face, it was like this and like this big. I mean, it was like a fist, almost half a fist big. And it happened almost overnight. She had a little bump there. And I never thought anything of it. And then within 2 weeks, it got to be about the size of a quarter. And I called the vet. And the vet were booking. They couldn't get me in for like 3.5 weeks. And I figured she'd be fine for 3.5 weeks. I mean, I was wrong. That's kind of my fault. I'll have to live with that. I should have took her in that day. Just said, no, I'll pay the $1,000 emergency fee or whatever it is and take her in that day. I don't know if there would have been anything different, but it would have been, at least I should have gave it a shot, but I didn't. Oh, well. See, I feel like I betrayed her. And she thought she was coming home. She thought she was going for a nice drive, see the vet, and come home like she always did. Not this time, baby girl. Not this time, Angel. Try not to cry. Um, so we got to the vet, and they looked at her and did their little blood work test and whatnot. And her vet come in, and she was like, "No, Wayne, she's not doing good, and I wouldn't recommend the operation." And I looked at her and I said, "Because you know why?" And she said, "Yes." Which basically means she wouldn't have survived the operation. She would have died on the operating table alone without me there. And that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen at all. Ain't no way the last thing my baby sees is a bunch of strangers. Last thing she hears is a vet's voice. I said, okay. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm happy because, see, when it first happened, the first cancer, I was like, I was prepared. She's probably not going to. And they fixed it. And she fought. And she won. I was like, awesome, you know. And that was April. I think 5 more months is her 14th birthday. Maybe I'll get her birthday out of her this year, her 14th birthday. And it came and she was still doing good. I mean, as good as can be expected. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll get another Christmas out of her. And I got another Christmas. And maybe New Year's. I got another New Year's. And then after that, I'm like, well, geez, maybe I'll get another summer out of her. And I got another summer. And I was like, oh, maybe I get another birthday. I get another birthday. She's 15. Or get another Christmas. Then New Year's. Then another birthday. She's 15 now. And I got thinking last month and a half ago, geez, maybe I'll get another after Christmas and New Year's. I said, geez, maybe I'll get another summer, because she loves summer. Winter was her favorite time. Not winter, but this time of year was her favorite. And I'll get into that in a minute. But her second favorite time of year was summer, because she has a little hole dug out under the, I think I've showed you guys. If not, I will this summer. She had a little hole dug out under one of her favorite trees. The weeping willow. And she'd lay in there, and the bugs would leave her alone for some reason in there. And the sun couldn't get to her because she was under the shade of the tree, and she'd watch the squirrels and the birds and smell the air like dogs do and have a nap. She'd have a nap. And not this year. 15 years, guys. Not this year. I was thankful that the day before and the Sunday and the Monday, it was warm. Warmer. It wasn't warm, but it was warm. You know, and it snowed a bit. It snowed a lot, actually. Like I said, last week we got a few feet of snow. And it snowed again, and it was this time of year. She loved this time of year. It was her favorite time of year because it was warm. She didn't get cold while she was out there, and she loved to dig and roll in the snow. She hasn't rolled in the snow since 2 years ago because it's just too hard on her body, but she'd always dig with her nose. Always dig with her nose. And she got to do that one last time. One last time. And I let her stay out there for like 20 minutes. I didn't even bother. Just do your thing, baby girl. Dig away, bub. And I worked that Sunday, the day before. And when I got home, again, I took her out and had her out for 20 minutes, half hour. Just let her do her thing. And then I went and got some of her favorite foods. She loved McDonald's cheeseburgers and chicken McNuggets. So I got her a couple of cheeseburgers and 20 thing of chicken McNuggets. And we sat and had that McDonald's for supper. I fed her nuggets. She loved them. And I got her some snacks you're not supposed to give dogs. What the hell, right? She got a big chocolate bar. Big Hershey's chocolate bar. Pure milk chocolate. The absolute worst for a dog. But her absolute favorite. And she ate that. And then I had cheesies. And she ate the cheesies. And we had snacks all night. I just sat there petting her. We watched TV. And I took the mattress off the bed and put it on the floor in the room, and took her bed into the room and laid on that mattress on the floor with her all night. Petted her. I don't know when I fell asleep. But we fell asleep and we got up in the morning, and it was, like I said, a beautiful day. A beautiful Sadie dog day. It was her favorite kind of day. Light snow, warm, lots of fresh snow on the ground. And we were outside in that half of the day until it was, I had her appointment at 4:30. And yeah. But for breakfast, I made her a half a pound of bacon, 3 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, 2 hash browns with cheese melted on top of them. And oh my God, I haven't seen her devour food like that in a long time. I mean, that's all of her favorite breakfast foods right there in one. She just devoured it. And for lunch, we had her favorite homemade food, really, which is very simple. Kraft Dinner hot dogs and cheese. I made her Kraft Dinner hot dogs and cheese. And then we relaxed for a couple hours, and I took her out again and took her to the vet. Came home alone. "15 years, guys." Of the a soulmate. People talk about soulmates being man, woman, woman, whatever, whoever you love. But no, she was my soulmate in a different way. The perfect dog for me. And I found myself over the last couple of days doing weird things. Not weird, but like I'll walk around the corner when I leave the room just for a flash of a second. I'll think she's there. I mean, and she's not there. And I come in the other night. It was the first night I went out. I come in, and I'd come in and leave the door open behind me and walk up and put my keys loud on the counter because she was going deaf too. So she could hear that I came in, and I walked over, left the door open, walked over and threw the keys on the counter. Like I do not throw, but And then I realized right then and there that it was just quiet. And let me tell you something about quiet. Not to get poetic or anything, but quiet can be the loudest thing you ever hear. Silence can be a god-awful sound. And I cried. It's going to take a lot of getting used to. I mean, you think about it, for 15 years, I'd come into that house, wherever I was living, usually here mostly, but and I'd take her out immediately. Even though I was out only for 10 minutes, she'd have to go outside. She used to getting up half hour, 40 minutes earlier than I needed to, so I could take her out so she could take her time to go to the bathroom and then bring her back and get her breakfast. get ready to go do whatever I was doing for the day, usually work. I'm not going to have to do that no more. That's going to be an adjustment. Everything's going to be an adjustment. And she had a shower the night before. She had a nice long shower with her favorite soap. No more puppy tears soap, it's called. And I brushed her and sprayed her with her puppy perfume. She had a vanilla and lavender perfume for dogs. And then before we went, I sat and brushed her. Yeah. Anyway, this is long. So that's what happened, and that's how I'm feeling, and that's what I'm going through. And it will get better. I'm aware that I have to eventually, I don't know if the word is accept it, but I have to come to realize that she is not coming back. You don't come back. I wish you did, but you don't. And I don't know if there's a heaven or an afterlife in general. But if there is, I know she's up there right now with a couple other of my pets I've had and a couple that she's known and some family and nanny, and she's running through the woods, man. She's running with the wolves, man. Chasing the deer. And when I get there, man, if I get there, it's going to be the happiest day of my life. I guess the happiest day of my afterlife. I miss her so much. I unbelievably miss her. So, what's the old saying? Your wings were ready, but my heart wasn't. Or your wings were ready, but I wasn't ready to say goodbye, or something like that. I don't know, something like that. It's the truth. It's the honest truth. No matter how much I prepared for it, I'm never ready. Wait, guys, this has been very long. And I managed not to bawl, which is good. I'm doing better. Believe it or not, I wouldn't have been able to start this video just yesterday without bawling my eyes out. But yeah. So if you have a loved pet, whether it be 5 months or 15 years like she has and you've lost them, I know what you're going through. Especially if you were as close to them as I was to Sadie. She was my world. Everything revolved around her. I wouldn't even go out for any longer than an hour or two because I was afraid to leave her alone so long. She was other than work. So, she was everything to me. And I'll miss her. But I hope someday I'll see her again. I hope I'll see her again. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other. Give your fur babies a hug for me. And just tell them you love them. They understand. They really do. Tell them you love them. All right, guys.